Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, we're gonna start talking how to create our AI. So with that said, let's go this. Alright, so before we begin with the main subject, let me show you guys some few changes that I had made over here. Since if you remember from the previous video, I had a few bugs. So I went over and I fixed them. And just to show you guys, one of the main bugs that if you guys remember, if I start the ball, it would score. So I'm gonna show the changes that I made and why I made them. So the first one is on to reset over here. If you notice, I put two labels, and here I have open my GitHub, which I have uploaded on our lessons. So I have all my code saved over here. And if you're gonna notice over here, I just removed the byte2c code over here, which your instruction in byte2c is simply because this our jumps on subroutine plus our address is, I'm not sure, taking extra byte or less, but was not jumping to this part, it's taking a little bit less or more, it's going to other part of the code, and I noticed that part, so I just removed that and put our label over here. So now everything was working perfectly. And the last part that I forgot was the jump from subroutine get ball 0. I only had it on our first bank instead of our first initial bank, which is bank 0. So I went ahead and put that code over there. Gets ball, as you see over here, and I move most of these codes over here into my macro part. So you see over here, and I differentiate it. You see it's a macro over here to this m dash over here. So now it's the same code. So that code is being essentially pasted over here. The assembler is going to take care of that. But now, since bank 0, for example, has my random over here, m random, if I come up here, let me go to the part m random over here. So both codes, both parts have the exact same code. So now I don't have to copy and paste. If I make one change over here, I don't have to go down and make another change over here. So those were the major changes. So let me save this, even though I didn't do anything. And now with that all set, let's jump to the main part of the code, which we're gonna go over how we're gonna create our AI for our game. Alright, if you guys were wondering how we're gonna create our AI, we're going just to use your decision tree, because it's pretty easy to grasp, pretty easy to understand, pretty easy to use. It's pretty much a bunch of, if you see over here, the decision tree element it is a flow chart, and here you have true or false, so you can have a if statement right over here. In our cases, a bunch of branch and jump instructions. But as you see, it is essentially a flow chart, and of course it is considered part of machine learning right over here, also popular in machine learning. And here you have your classifications and such. There is a few drawbacks, like it says, a high amount of bias, but it's gonna work perfectly with our Atari 2600 because we don't have really that much processing power to do all the other stuff. But either or, regardless of other methods that we use, it's pretty much going to be pretty much like a decision tree. So we're just going to use this method over here. So to do that, I have opened my Autodesk sketchbook, and we're just going to do a simple demonstration, which I'm pretty much going to use this thing anyway. I'm going to use these concepts that I've been thinking about. And let me do this. Oops, grab this. I have my small tablet over here. So let's make our first decision over here. So let me draw the square over here. And let me try this first. Okay, this is better. And this is pretty much gonna the main entry over here. And I'm thinking about it's gonna be does player 1 have ball? And let me come over here and let me run our code over here. So you have some kind of reference over here. Let me put this on top over here. So I'm asking, does he has a ball? So, so you're gonna have a yes or no. A yes or no. So if he does have the ball, so I want him to throw, and that's gonna be another case of itself, or it can keep going up and forward, or no. This. Let me come back over here. So here you're gonna throw. If he has the ball. If he doesn't have the ball, and here I put throw on top because this is gonna need another sort of information that we need over here. Here, no, he doesn't have the ball, so I want to ask, is the ball on his side? Is ball on his side? Right over here. So let me bring my game over here. And let me bring my draw tool from my part over here. So here is his side right over here. So is the ball is gonna be over here. I want it to perform one action. If it is on his side over here, I want it to perform another action. So let me clear this. I'll undo, clear all, minimize. Come over here. So is the ball on his side? So let me do a yes or no over here. So why no over here? And if it is on his side, I want the player to chase the ball. If it isn't, I want the player to go to the middle of the screen, simply because let's see, yes, it's on his side. So here's gonna be a chase on top, even though it's chase, it's gonna be a little more stuff over here. If it's no, go to middle of the screen. So go to middle. So that's at least my initial idea of what's gonna happen over here. Because if you see over here, let me bring my draw tool for one more time. And let me increase the size. Okay, so I'm gonna change the color. So if the ball is on the side, yes, I want him to go to the middle because it is pretty much the closest position. So there's less space him to go around. As you see over here, if the player was here and the ball was here, you'll see this distance will be way bigger. But since it's on the middle, I only have this distance over here. So let me clear out over here. So that's my idea, at least behind it. So let me minimize the U as well. But if it is on his side, it's gonna chase the ball. So this is gonna compare your values over here. So, and of course, like, does he throw? Then I want to look at the player is, where is player 1, where's player 0, where is player 0, so the comparison. So where is the ball? So it's pretty much this is gonna be you only worry about the ball X. So you're gonna hear ball X, where is the ball? So we're gonna determine the size over here. So if this was if ball was bigger than X amount, do this. In our case, we're gonna do a branch. Otherwise, do this thing. So as you see, it is pretty easy how to use this decision tree. And if you've done any kind of college level courses, you always gonna have some kind of a tree-like function where you have a node that links to another one. So that's pretty much how we're gonna use this, and that's pretty much the whole idea behind it. So let me just go back to the code part and just do something really fast over here. Alright, so the idea was to essentially go over some of the code, but I'm noticing that I'm gonna make the video a little bit too long, so I'm gonna save that to the next part, but I'm just gonna go over the rest of the designs that I have in mind. And to do that, it's gonna be pretty easy. Here you have your game, and if you see, I start the game as normal and so forth, and I can always reset by playing the F2 button, which essentially just go over our reset part over here and resets everything back. So you can always do that. And if you guys ever played, I think it's called the Video Olympics, the Atari 2600 never had a Pong game, but the Video Olympics, I think was called Video Olympics. It was the closest thing related to Pong. And in that game, to determine whether or not the player was playing against the computer, the game will start with just like this. But if I were to press the reset one more time, then what will happen? Here, everything all set. I'm just gonna hide the player 0 over here. So that's how you're gonna determine whether or not you're playing with your computer or not. So clear this out, minimize this, close this. However, one problem that we have over here, and let me just show you guys that part as well on the video. So let me come over here. Let me create my variable over here, reserve some space, AI. So you're gonna call it is, oh, what the heck? I don't know how I did this. I have no idea how I did this. So let me just minimize this for here and do this over here, and then I'll fix it later. So you're gonna call it use AI on. Oh, let me go back over here. Let me call it AI, and this is gonna be 1. This is gonna be is, I already know it's gonna be a Boolean value on the location CA. So case Boolean is off, actually on, if you're gonna be on. So any value other than 0, then it's gonna, it's a 2-player game. No. Use AI on, so the AI is on, so it's a single player game. So it's a single player game. So case it's true, so case it, oh, not true, case it's on. Let me call it case it's true. Case it's false, then it's a 2-player game. It's a 2-player game. So this is our Boolean over here. And just to show you guys the problem that we're gonna have to clean reset, let me come down over here under our event part over here. Did I pass it? No. Here it is. So we're gonna load our value over here, load A with use AI on, and branch while not equals 0, should not push. I'm gonna load 1. Oh, it doesn't matter, anything other than 0, and store that you use AI on. So let me do this. So this is gonna be under CA. So it's 0 over here. Let me come over under here. Reset, +1 frame. CA, as you see, is still 0. Simply because you're always gonna come back to this, our clean start over here, and go over all of our, reset everything back. So to get over that, we're gonna have to come over here under my macro, and then begin the next video, we're just gonna pretty much just create our own clean start over here. So it's gonna be it for this video. In the next video, we're just gonna keep going for AI, and right after, it's pretty much like the last functionality that I want to add to the game, and then we're just gonna go over and clean up some bugs, and add a bit more stuff over here to our game, like maybe a background on this gray area and other stuff. So that's gonna be it for this video. And if you liked the video, please subscribe. And see you guys in the next one. Bye.